Okay, hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darison Chauskas. Today is the 9th of July 2018, so welcome everyone to this first trading day of this week, where we're going to have, today in this session, of course, in this morning session, we're going to have a look at a few instruments that I believe are quite interesting at this point in time. So yeah, guys, so we're gonna have a quick look at that. But before we jump into the charts, a quick reminder of our JFD brokers risk disclaimers. So the content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Also, just a very quick reminder of our JFD Brokers website, and specifically if you click here on JFD Research, it will take you to our webpage, which we update on a daily basis with different trading shoutouts, technical analysis, and yeah, of course, we produce our daily reports here. But today, because it's Monday, it's going to be our strategic report, which you can also get here if you register yourselves quickly. It's just nothing too complicated. Just quickly register, and then you can get it through your email. So yeah, feel free to do that, and I think you can find it useful. So, but for now, let's quickly have a look at the charts. So the first one I want to touch on is the FTSE 100. Now, on Friday, we saw this this index closing in the positive zone. So overall, Friday kind of led to a little bit more positivity, but nevertheless, we can see that the week has closed in the red zone. So for now, we are still hanging around here below this downwards moving, short-term downwards moving trend line that's running here since around the 22nd of May. Certainly, until this line is broken, we are gonna remain more to the downside rather than the upside. So certainly for now, just keep on monitoring it. Certainly if we do start getting reversals here again, we do have a good area of support here at around 75.45 mark. Let me just quickly round it up. There we go. And so yep, 75.45 mark acted as a very good area of support in last week. So if we do get another attempt to test that line, well, maybe this time we could see a break here and a move a little bit lower. Now certainly the more key area of support that we're keeping an eye on here is the 75.10. Now certainly if this gets broken to the downside, well, we could end up moving lower a little bit more here, maybe even actually towards this 74.40. So for example, for today, this is how we could potentially position ourselves. So if this is a 4-hour chart, and currently we can see that we do have this small short-term upwards moving trend line here. Now certainly if we do get a break here below, let me just quickly highlight that for you guys for better visibility. And if we do get a break here below, somewhere around this area right here, and also I'll just quickly mark this level to be kind of more precise. So there we go. If we do get a break below this low here, and that's around 75.70, certainly keep an eye. We could end up moving lower here, and we could end up moving towards the levels that I've just discussed. I mean, first potential area of support could be this 75.45, and then of course the 75.10. So for now, guys, stay sharp. Certainly, like I said, if we do get a small little break here below, we could end up pushing a little bit lower. But this is where you could potentially maybe put your stop loss. If you enter a position here, then I kind of need to kind of point out the importance of you guys putting your stop loss, because, well, any trade cannot go without that one. So a good potential area for a stop loss could be around this 76.25 mark, approximately there. So yep, guys, be sharp, stay sharp, I would say. Yep, and be very careful. If we do get a push here higher above the 76.25, well, I mean, could potentially make our way here towards this downwards moving trend line for a quick test, and this is where we should remain cautious, because, well, if we're gonna start breaking this downwards moving trend line, then, well, I mean, it could eventually open the path towards these levels right here, these previous highs at around 77.10 and above, of course. So, but certainly before we get our break here, certain for now we're more bearish than bullish. Looking at gold, and gold is, let me just put a daily chart on this one. It will be a better, you can see a better picture here. So after we've seen this rebound here from this upwards moving trend line that has been running here for quite a while, just to kind of quickly remind you, that has been running since around December 2015. So it rebounded nicely from this area, just slightly above the 1237 mark, and we pushed higher. Now it seems that it wants to test the 1261 area again, because we had that already here on the 4th of July. So we could end up testing that area again, and if this time this area is going to break, and we're going to break it to the upside here, well, keep an eye on this 21 EMA initially, but slightly above that we do have the good area of potential resistance at around 1273. Now this could be a good area of resistance, but to be honest, if that doesn't hold, I mean, we could end up pushing back up towards this short-term upwards moving trend line that has been running here since around 10th of July 2017. Well, short-term in regards to, in comparison to these other lines here that we've got. So we could end up testing that one from underneath here. Certainly keep a close eye on this one, because this could be quite an interesting trade here, building up certainly for a little bit of upside, but for that, like I said, we would need to see a nice break here above the 1273 mark. So if, let's say, to look at it from the closer, and have a closer look here, we can see that yes, this is where it's becoming interesting here now. So the 1261, we're gonna probably end up testing it soon, and this is where, yep, it could become interesting, because if we do get a break here above, then, well, this could be opening the path towards this 1273 mark. And of course, for this one, this could eventually kind of build a nice trade. So, for example, if you do want to trade this, try to trade this this commodity, but so you could potentially maybe position yourself somehow this way. So let me just quickly show it to you guys. So if we do get a break here, a nice break above the 1261, certainly we could end up aiming for this 1273 mark, or maybe just slightly below it, just to kind of to protect ourselves. And with your stop loss here, guys, I mean, you could end up putting your stop loss somewhere around this area here at around 1253 mark, because if we do get a move lower here, well, I mean, this could turn out to be ugly for gold again, and we could maybe end up moving lower again. So maybe back down towards this long-term upwards moving trend line that's running here since 2015. So something like this, guys. I mean, certainly some of you, if you prefer, you keep your stop losses tight, you could maybe even actually exit at this point right here at around 1257 mark. So which would allow you at least to kind of examine here the potential downside, because like I said, you could exit your position earlier, and then just maybe keep on monitoring this little sideways area here between the 1261 and the 1250. So just wanted to actually quickly show you guys the one that I was talking about on Thursday. This another precious metal, so platinum. Now this is, we can see that this is quite working out nicely, especially today. We're getting in this nice pop here to the upside, and this is the trade that I was talking about on Thursday last week. And certainly you can see that we're getting a nice break here above this area now, and we are moving towards our price target here, our take profit area, which is around the 859 zone. So watch out for this one. I mean, if this is gonna work out nicely, then well, I mean, well, it's good for us, let's say like that. And certainly, just to kind of also one thing that I really wanted to mention, guys, I mean, because you can see that we had a nice pop here to the upside. Certainly, this is the point where we actually put our stop loss here already just in front of our entry price, so that in case this suddenly reverses back down, at least it would close us out in a small profit, but you know, without a loss, let's say like that. So I mean, this is something this is very important, guys, and that's the reason why I wanted to show you this trade, because like I said, we did get a nice pop here to the upside here on with this 4-hour candle, and this is the point where we quickly put our stop loss just in front of our entry price in case, like I said, this reverses back down. Okay, let me just jump into a few more pairs now. So the one that I really wanted to show you is the euro dollar. This is a daily chart. We're still above this short-term upwards moving trend line, let's say, or support line, let's call it, maybe. So we are it seems that it wants to continue pushing higher. Certainly you can see that we've broken this downside resistance line as well here last week, and we've moved above this 117.250. So at the moment, everything seems to be more to the bullish side rather than the bearish. So our potential next target for euro dollar is this little area right here that we've got, and that area is around the 118,400 mark, so approximately there, guys. So, and because this is what I was talking about last week, if you do get a nice break above the 117,250, well, keep an eye on the 118,400. I mean, this could play out nicely. We could end up testing this one, where we could see maybe a little bit of bears, well, a few bears coming in here, maybe trying to push the pair a little bit lower again to kind of get a bit of retracement, and this could actually confirm nicely the this little range that we've got here between the 118,400 and this low right here around below the one, or around the 115,100. I do apologize, guys, my tongue is spinning. And so yeah, keep an eye on this big area, nice big area here, this range here. Certainly, like I said, if we reach this 118,400, this is where the price could stall a little bit, the rate could stall a little bit, and we could see maybe a few more bears coming in and just kind of trying to push this pair a little bit lower, just for a bit of retracement to the downside. Looking at another quick pair that I really wanted to show you is the USDCAD. Now, USDCAD, this is what happened on Friday. Certainly when the job numbers came out, the US job numbers, and then of course the Canadian numbers, the unemployment numbers came out as well. So we did have a nice range here. We broke into the downside nicely, and this is what I was talking about. And actually, I've posted this idea on TradingView as well, that if we do get a nice break here below this 131,250, now this area 131,250 acted as a very good area of support in the past, and also of course it acted as a very nice area of resistance here on the around the 19th of March, which is actually also the highest point in March, and we broke it to the downside. Now it seems that this is trying to make its way here all the way towards this 130,500 area. Probably it's going to end up touching that, and this is where we're going to have to kind of be careful, because we could see maybe a bit of a bounce here, a slight just bounce back up, and then maybe another attempt of that 130,500, where, well, hopefully we could break it again and move a little bit lower, maybe even actually towards this area of potential support at around 129,500. But as you can see, slightly below that, we do have this upwards moving trend line here, or should I say support line, to be honest. At the moment we just got like 2 touches here. So this upwards moving support line, we could end up touching that one, but only, like I said, if we start breaking these previous levels that I was just talking to you guys, that we just mentioned to you. So the 130,500 and the 129,500 as well. So keep an eye on that one, guys. This could play out nicely. On the upside, well, I mean, certainly it's difficult to talk about the upside for now, but nevertheless, if something happens like that, if we get back above the 131 to 50, this is where you could probably start being very careful, because we do have the 131 600 level, the upper side of the range that I was talking to you, was telling you about, guys. So yep, guys, I mean, for that one, of course, be very careful if we suddenly get a move back above the 131 to 50. Okay, I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching and listening. This is where I'll have to wrap it up for this session. And if you want to join me later on at my Traders Tea Time at 13:15 GMT time, 14:15 British Summer Time. But for now, thank you very much, and bye-bye.